Radio X. Jon Holmes.
Good morning, then. It is Sunday morning, in case you failed to notice that. It's Radio X. It is breakfast. I am Jon Holmes. And this morning, as promised, hot guest action. I am joined by a man and an actor who, very much for me, was the star of one edition of Heartbeat in 1999.
Oh, yes.
And will always be, in my mind, the definitive Davy Plessy in a single episode of DeLille and Pascoe in 1996. Welcome.
Thank you.
Matt Lewis.
That's some of my greats there.
I know. Yeah. Do you look back on those fondly?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The heady days of the mid-90s. I would love to go back there. It was so much simpler.
Just life in general.
Yeah.
Is that your life, or a genuine sort of lament for...
Yeah, I was just harking back to the good old days.
Yeah.
Take that, we're still together.
And DL and Pascoe was on the set.
That's right. It got no better, did it? Yeah, that was even before JLS brought out the condoms we were just talking about.
Before JLS?
Yeah. Oh, those days. Good. Anyway, listen, welcome.
Thank you.
It's really good to see you.
Thanks.
Now, we should talk, first of all, we're going to have to do this, of course, and it's only right and proper to do so, because, of course, we'll a lot of people, before we talk about current project, we'll mention Harry Potter, of course.
Naturally.
We'll know you Neville in Harry Potter, and, of course, this week, sadly, Alan Rickman passed on, and it's obviously something we should mention. So, I mean, but now I'm right in thinking, aren't I, that he, as you would expect, just gave you good advice right at the beginning.
Alan, for me, was a real inspiration. My whole life, like growing up watching him on film and television, and then with the opportunity to work with him for that amount of time was pretty special. And he was a unique, one of a kind actor who on set was a pleasure to be around. I so many fond memories of tripping him up with his cape. He used to stand on the back of his cape all the time, and he used to give me the darkest looks you've ever imagined.
Did he reserve a kind of, because obviously he had the dark Snape look,
yeah,
but did he reserve a special kind of, because he could give a withering look?
Oh man, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just remember him being so lovely and so brilliant, but so incredibly intimidating when he was in the costume as Snape.
Yeah.
Stalking the corridors of Leavesden Studios, and with his big robes flapping behind him every time he went around a corridor. No one could leave a room like Alan when he'd swing his robes and storm out of the room.
Yeah.
He was amazing. And he gave me some incredible advice when on his last day I went into his trailer, and I just knocked on the door just to say thanks, basically, for 10 years. And he said, come on in, have a cup of tea, and I was probably sat in there for like half an hour, and he told me to do some theatre, which I went away and did.
Yeah.
And I kind of, the stuff that he said to me in that half hour in the trailer, I really took on board and tried to adopt a lot of it, and I don't think my career would have carried on to the level it has done if I hadn't had that opportunity. So I owe him a great deal.
He's one of those actors, I think, as well, that means something, because he brought the Snape was such a huge thing, but before that, obviously, Die Hard, as everyone's been talking about, and Prince of Thieves and everything else, and Truly Madly Deeply is where I think I remember him from first time round. But he was just one of he's everyone's got a sort of Alan Rickman role that they've grasped onto. Do you think that's fair to say?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's such a chameleon. He just inhabited so many roles so vividly. Mine was definitely Hans Gruber. That is just like incredible. But then I did watch Prince of Thieves recently, and just chewing the scenery in every.
But not many actors would get away with that.
Oh my word, no way.
Yeah.
Like I heard a story, I don't know how true it is, that when the studio execs saw it for the first time, they were tearing their hair out. They said, "What the hell is this mad Brit doing?"
Yeah.
And then when you see it in the cinema, it's just electric. It's incredible.
So that advice he gave you obviously stood you in good stead, because here we are talking about Ripper Street. So
many
other things besides, I know, but
here we are.
Yeah. And your career has pinnicked. That's what I'm going to use.
Pinnicked.
Yeah, pinnicked. Now with an appearance on Radio X, so it gets no more pinnaker.
This is it. I mean, 2016 is a bit of a write-off now.
Yeah.
Here on in.
It's gone.
I'm just going to coast from now on, because here I am.
Yeah. So tell us about Ripper Street then. Go on.
If I have to. I mean, it's not as good as this.
Oh, no. Your facial hair's better.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
What will you do? I mean, when's it on? I don't even know when it's on. I haven't done my level of research.
It's on Friday nights, Amazon. Well, actually, no, I think it goes live because it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Now, I think it goes live on some like midnight on a Thursday night, Friday morning. And it's going to be released episodically. We're not just going to bang them all on at once like a lot of series do. It's going to be episodic. But it's been great. It's fan of the show anyway. An opportunity to do a period piece and play a policeman and have some outrageous facial hair. And do a Cockney accent.
Did you have to? You obviously had to walk around. That was your real. You had to
yes,
really
it was. They made a mistake. There was an administrative error, and I had to shave it off the day we started filming. And then we got on set, and the director was like, "Where's your mustache gone?" And I was like, "I've just shaved it off." So we had to glue on a fake mustache for the first 2 episodes, which is actually Jonathan Rhys-Meyers' mustache from The Tudors. It was a second-hand mustache.
There's a lot of other hair it could have been from The Tudors.
Apparently, we have an identical upper lip, so they just used that one for a couple of months, and then that got incredibly uncomfortable because I'm trying to do the Cockney accent, and then this was glued on, and when you're doing a different accent, your mouth and everything sort of moves in a way that's unfamiliar to you, and I used to do these vocal exercises to warm up my face before it, and then the master show would just start pinging off in different directions in the middle of scenes. So they
can I have a vocal exercise example, please?
Oh no!
Oh, come on!
It's all the stuff that he does on Anchorman. Cow now, brown cow, all that kind of stuff. Like literally just sitting, all that stuff. I was doing that, and the mustache was pinging off in the middle of scenes. So they were like, "Can you go away and grow it?" They gave me 2 weeks off.
Are you a fast grower?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Don't let it brag.
Yeah, straight.
But I'm pretty damn got that testosterone.
Just took 2 weeks. It was there in all its glory.
Good. Did you? Did you leave the old one and just grow it to the same shape underneath or anything? I mean, how does it? Because you had to get it. The continuity has to be right.
Well, there was originally a story line that ran through where I was trying to grow a mustache, and Adam's character, Captain Jackson, gives me some special serum that I put on the mustache, and it grows out, and that ended up being cut from the first 2 episodes, and so that storyline's no longer there. So in the first 2 episodes I've got this really rubbish Tudors mustache, and then episode 3 out of nowhere I have my own
just not
big mustache, and then no reference to it whatsoever. So if anyone's watching and is confused by that transition, you now know why.
It's a shame that it's like so linear, because if it was all the way through the series, you could do like a good drinking game of fake or real mustache.
But the thing is, I mean, it just looks like I've got a really rubbish mustache. Like when it was in the context of the show and it had a storyline, it made sense and I could get away with it. But now there's no mention of it. It just looks like Matthew Lewis has a really rubbish mustache. Yeah.
And what you bearded now, is this a role or is this just?
I go back to work on the next season on Sunday.
Right.
So this has all been grown so that they can carve the mustache and sideburns out of it.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah. This is the stage 1.
Good. Okay. Listen, we're going to just hang about a bit if you don't mind, because I've got a series of. I saw your interview on BuzzFeed.
All right, which one?
Yeah, one where you sort of had to give one-word answer. What's your favourite colour? Was basically the gist of most of the questions.
Oh yeah.
Blue was.
Blue. Yeah, strong answer.
Yeah, blue. That's my. How do you know?
Because you've read the BuzzFeed.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got a series of sort of questions, just things from your life, really, that we're just going to quiz you on. If that's all right. So if you don't mind hanging around a bit, we're gonna come back and do that. All right, good. Matt Lewis with us this morning on Radio X. Matt Lewis with us still this morning. This is what's going to happen. So, Dave here said Matt's coming in, and here's a list of facts about him.
Oh my lord!
In order to quiz him on these facts.
Are these like publicly known facts? Or
well, they're about to be, Matt, and that's the important part of it.
Well, it's worth pointing out at this stage that Matthew and I know each other quite well.
Oh my lord!
Off the radio, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Not for much longer, though, I imagine. After this.
Here we go. He elbowed a girl in the face last night while doing an impression of Batman. Ask him about it. So, let's start there.
Oh my god, that did happen. But I don't remember. I remember the I remember the elbowing of the girl and being mortified.
But you were doing like quite a vociferous Batman impression.
Really? Why?
Then you were sort of like throwing your cape back.
Yes.
And then in one like big cape swoop.
I mean, I wasn't wearing a cape. It was an imagination.
It was an imagination cape. Yeah, certainly. Yeah. an imagination cape. And as you threw the cape behind you,
Yes.
you elbowed a girl named Olivia in the chin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right, is she all right? I mean, what happened to Olivia? I think she's
fine.
She's fine? Oh, she's fine.
She's fine.
You must have very weak elbows, Matt. What sort of Batman punch was that?
I don't know. Why was I doing Batman? Around women. What was I doing?
I don't know. Come tell you, mate.
Carrying on. 90% of Matt's Apple Watch use is to send crude drawings of a gentleman's downstairs area to friends that also have an Apple Watch.
Now that's not true. No, that's not true. 90% of it is to receive pictures of gentlemen's downstairs areas from Dave Crick.
That sounds about right.
when he's showing off to girls. And I always know when he's showing off to girls because I get a picture of a penis sent to me.
So you take a picture of your penis, Dave, to impress girls, and then send it to Matt Lewis.
It's like an Etch-a-Sketch where you can draw.
Hey, whatever's in your genital area is your own business. If a doctor's told you it's like an Etch-a-Sketch, that's fine.
It's very accurate, the drawings.
So when you shake it disappears, is that what you're saying?
No, it arrives on my Apple Watch. And it's very detailed. Yeah.
Speaking of pictures, Matt once sent a peculiar picture as an Instagram direct message before he knew how it worked.
Dave, you are absolutely killing me. You are absolutely killing me. This cannot be on the radio.
Do you want to move on from that question? When he goes to Nando's...
It wasn't rude, by the way.
Wasn't it?
No. Absolutely not.
No, it wasn't.
It's an inherent... It's a story about Matt not understanding social media.
Yeah, I
think it sounds worse. I think you've made it sound much worse than it is.
I just got Instagram. I didn't know how it worked.
Right.
And I had to get in touch with Jenna Coleman at the time. We just worked together on a film, and I had to get in touch with her for something. And I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know how you could direct message and things. So And
at the time, on Instagram, you had to send a picture with your message, didn't you?
To send a message. To send a private message. And I just took a picture of the nearest thing, and I sent her a picture of a light switch.
You're right, there's nothing bad in that.
No, I just said sorry for the confusing light switch. I need to speak to you.
Well, I imagine it got her attention. I mean, did it work?
Yes, she got back to me immediately.
There you go, with other sort of household items. Yeah, thanks to the light switch, here's my toaster handle.
She actually said, "Oh, you're very clever." And she wasn't being sarcastic.
See, that is a much tamer story than you made it seem.
Yeah, all right.
Unlike this one. No, I'm joking. When he goes to Nando's, he only ever has a whole chicken on its own, which he eats with his hands.
You know that bit earlier when you were like, so you can come on and promote something else in a few months?
Yeah.
Right?
You change your mind?
All right. Sure, mate. I'll be right here. Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Nothing, I just thought it was worth bringing up.
Yeah. Medium.
Something else you can't tell us about is the new Harry Potter spin-off film that I know you visited the set of, but can't really tell us anything about it.
Yep.
Moving on.
Next question.
Next question. Yeah. But you have though. Eddie Redmayne's in it, right?
Yeah, Redmayne's in it.
Yeah.
Spoke to him today.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good. Is it looking good?
Yeah.
You in it?
No.
Bad luck. Right. Listen. That was very kind of you to come in and look at your face. Look at your angry bearded face. So good to see you. Ripper Street is on when?
Oh, Fridays.
There you go. Ripper Street Fridays. Matt Lewis, thank you so much for coming in.